I'm gonna start that over because
What? Come on! No, this is our personalities coming through. Give me some time.
Actually, I want to try.
What am I supposed to say?
You have the easiest mind in the world. All you have to say is.
Maybe I have a schedule. Maybe you can start your own website called socialtruth.com. Welcome to Social Truth, episode 2. I'm Andy Sikora.
And I'm Matt Kitchen. Social Truth is the internet television show for this popular website, socialtruth.com, the social news discussion site where we post and comment on stories in a number of categories. And then we pick our favorites and bring them to you on a show like this, where we explore what they tell us about truth in our society. So, without further ado, let's get on to the polls, comments, and thoughts. Alright, so from last episode, as I'm sure you remember, and if you don't, go download it and watch it again, we had a poll about the should athletes be basically banned if they are caught using performance-enhancing drugs? And so 46% of you thought absolutely ban them. And 30% said no, but ban them for 2 years. And 15% said no, ban them for a year. And a few people said no, let them play. So, where were you on that one?
I think I voted for ban them for 2 years.
Yeah, that's where I was at too.
What I
was kind of surprised that as many people have said ban them all.
Yeah.
Don't ever let them play again.
Seriously, I think people don't like performance-enhancing drugs.
Yeah. So there's one comment that I wanted to mention. They posted it to our socialtruth.libsyn.com blog, which Pete, if you're watching this, please visit socialtruth.com, register, and then post there. Be a little easier for us, but we appreciate your comment nonetheless. So real quick, he had a comment to your story about Bush's trip around the world and the publicity he was trying to pull with that. So he writes, I don't think that any of Bush's actions are more than a show. Having said that, it's absolutely fundamental to any state claiming to be democratic that the opinions of people are listened to and taken seriously. I don't think any of the actions of Bush are really in a positive response to public opinion. Arming a state like India with more nukes is not in line with public opinion, and it's more important to look closely at where that New Orleans money actually goes. And he says, thanks for the podcast.
You got it. He also said, hey, I really like the show.
Yeah. So
those 2 parts I really enjoyed.
Yeah, Pete, we appreciate that.
Good job, Pete.
Do you want to respond to that? Or?
I think it's pretty much right on. It just makes me nervous. I think I said that in the last time. Mm-hmm. So much is done for public opinion, and I guess that's the way a democracy works. Still makes me nervous at the time. Hey, if you want to comment, please comment. Don't think, oh, should I comment or not? And if you want to call. We love the interaction.
If you think I'm dead wrong, which you probably won't, because I'm pretty much on par with everything that you think.
That you think. And I'm on the other side of your conscience that they call the devil. Devil's advocate. Devil's advocate.
Yeah, don't claim yourself as a devil. No. But come to visit the website, register, post your comments and your thoughts. It's www.socialtruth.com. And you can also email us at socialtruth@gmail.com.
Yes.
And call us at 773-598-TRUE, which is 773-598-8783.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
I wouldn't know that.
So call us there and leave us a voicemail or email us, post a comment on the website, and just kind of feature the ones that we like the most. But right now we're going to enter a new segment, which are highlights from the past 2 weeks that we've seen on the website in the comments and stuff. So
basically, we just get to talk about the things we like the most.
Yeah. So let's do that. Yeah, go ahead.
So my favorite part of the week was a story I actually posted about a Malaysian man kissing a king cobra 51 times in 3 minutes and 1 second.
How can you not love that?
How can you not love that? And the best part is that, well, he did it without any weapons or protection. And so that just amazes me. I just can't imagine a dude sitting around going, dude, I'm gonna kiss a snake.
Yeah.
But Brian, I mean Try Frog or Tree Frog, depending on what how you read that, said, don't lick frogs. And that part I really enjoyed. And there was a picture of a frog not to lick.
A poisonous arrow frog. Poison arrow frog.
I'm not licking any frogs, I'm gonna be honest.
I love me some good frogs.
That was my highlight of the week.
And my highlight of the week was the story that we're going to cover later in consumerism about the PS3 being delayed. And some guys were talking about the wonders of the game Guitar Hero, which I said, sadly enough, I had not had a chance to play. And I was waiting for the proper social setting. And member Nathan Smart invited me to play. So, Nathan, call me. and we'll set that up.
That'd be
All
great.
right? Yeah.
I hope we can get some video footage of that for the next show.
And yeah, and you can look real cool doing it. So that's it. So we're gonna move on to stories now. So let's do it.
Listen to you speak, then you ask for my opinion.
Okay, so here we go. Google must give feds limited access to records. In a move that alleviates some privacy concerns, a federal judge granted part of a Justice Department's request for Google search data, but said users' search queries were off limits. Okay, so basically, a while back, I think it was before the end of 2005, there was some subpoenas to Google. It might have been at the beginning of the year. I can't remember.
Yeah, something like that.
That basically asked for all sorts of information from searches and that kind of stuff that people had made in regards to a case on child pornography.
Right. They basically wanted detailed listings of what people searched for, like so they could identify the specific people that were searching for.
Right. And basically, by this ruling, the judges said that they don't have to give the detailed searches. They have to give information on over 50,000 websites.
It's a random sampling of 50,000 websites that are listed in the Google database, basically.
Basically, I don't think the government's getting what they were hoping for and needed out of this. They're getting some of it, but they're not getting all of it.
Right.
And so the question comes up: should our privacy be protected in our online activities, or maybe through email, that kind of stuff? Should our privacy be protected? What do you think about that?
I think our privacy does need to be protected, but at a point where, if we're trying to bust a ring of child pornographers,
sure,
then I'm okay with my privacy being, I don't even want to say violated, because it's by a government body who I hope is doing it with enough responsibility that they're going to protect my identity from anybody else. Now, I'm not worried about the Department of Justice having my personal information. I'm worried about spammers having my information and people that can use it for monetary gain to have my information.
Right.
But
you're not worried about the government protecting other people.
But then again, I don't have a fear of Big Brother like other people do.
Right. I think it's interesting because this comes at around the same time that there's a lot of talk about the presidential wiretapping.
Right.
And,
absolutely.
And a call for a censure because of that, because they say it's illegal. And basically, the Bush administration says it's okay for them to do the wiretapping because they were given authorization by Congress back in September of 2001 to pursue this war on terror. And they say that part of that war on terror is being able to listen for threats against America.
Right.
And that's okay, but to say we want to find out who's looking for stuff about child porn to stop them, to protect these kids, maybe that's not okay.
If they would have said terror, would it have been okay?
I think more people would be okay with it because they feel like it's protecting the greater good of the nation. But I think they're forgetting about the damage that things like child pornography does to people, both people who are partaking in the pornography and also children who are involved in this.
Right. Yeah.
I think for me the truth on this is people have a right to privacy, but when it puts another's life or well-being in danger, doesn't the government have a responsibility to do something, even if they know it takes a little bit more of my privacy away from me? That's what I think.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that, because I think it's...
The question, even with that statement on that truth, is where is the line drawn? I know that some people I know that are even watching this are going to disagree with what I said on that because it feels like a slippery slope. But at some point, you have to say that it's okay to go after bad guys.
Right. If it's the government's responsibility to go after such a heinous crime like child pornography, then you have to be willing to give it up. Now, I think people are afraid that it will end up being on a Big Brother type scope and scale, but at the same time, the lesser of two evils right now would be, for me, getting rid of that child pornography ring. So, anything else you want to say about that?
I think it's an interesting story. I think there's a lot more that goes into it, but I think that we've covered
we hit it.
The most. Pretty much, there's nothing else we can say about that.
Next. All right, next story is V for Vendetta. Nearly 5 years after 9/11, sci-fi flick begins frenzy of terrorism-themed movies. My focus on this story is not necessarily on the upcoming future movies of terrorism, although there are some which, like there's a 9/11.